Well, our next guest is got a lot of fans, including the guys here in this bunker. Adarius Bowman in the CFL spent, he came up in 08, just announced his retirement. That's about 11 seasons. AD, he calls himself, not AB. Grey Cup champion in 2015, three-time All-Star, Tom Pate Memorial Award. That is almost Hall of Fame-worthy stats. And we say this, good morning this morning to Adarius Bowman. How you doing, AD?
I'm doing amazing, Rob. Thanks for having me on.
So happy to have you. Listen, I just want to turn this interview over to Mike Abu-Meshrik. Put the camera on Abu, guys, because he just started frothing at the mouth when he found out that you were coming on today. Apparently, you two guys are special friends.
Well, we met a short time after you came up to camp, spent some time after practice together. And I couldn't believe that you were there. You're right out of college. Man, you're just making everyone look bad. And I couldn't believe that you were up in the CFL instead of down the NFL. But I mean, you're exactly why there's a league up here and why it's so good. The guys that fall through the cracks and stay up here, decide to stay up here.
Yes.
I feel like I'm doing the interview for you because I know you had some opportunity to go back down to the States and maybe be a guy down there, but you decided to come up and be a part of Canada and part of.
Well, this is perfect, stuff. AD. So from there,
thanks for coming in. We'll see you next week.
Describe your road, because it's a hell of a story.
Oh, man. Abu's right, man. I miss you too, brother. But that definitely was one of those vets when I first came into the league. And I agree with him. I did come up. Like I said, had a lot of potential, had great opportunity down south. But I really embraced the Canadian culture. And here I am 12 years later, still loving it. And, man, it's been amazing.
It's not easy to announce their retirement. I know that, AD. So leading into last week's announcement, talk about what your mindset was and what led to that decision.
Number one, I want to say I still haven't officially retired yet. So last week's message was just kind of like letting the people know that I'm happy with the new opportunity that I have at hand right now with Foster Park Brokers. And but I am talking with the Eskimos, and I would definitely retire an Eskimo. Once an Eskimo, always an Eskimo. So I'm working hand in hand with the Edmonton Eskimos club, and I keep everybody in the loop with that when it is officially signed over and done. But my post was really out of excitement, like kind of following what Abu said. I've enjoyed and embraced this Canadian culture, and the city of Edmonton's truly became home for me, and so I'm just excited about the new gig I have going right now.
Well, you're in that group of players, and we've interviewed a ton of them. Marcus Ball, Otha Foster, guys that had their years in the league, and now teams want to get them for nothing. For a variety. I think that it's the shrinking middle class. Brian Peters actually called it, and I thought that was the best how to do it. And who knows if you're going to be back on the field or not. I have a feeling that you probably will be. But when you look at those 10, 11, 12 seasons, what do you think about the most? What do you think about when you reflect of your season, or your career?
Oh, man, you asking me that question just made me review from I remember coming into that flight in Minot, North Dakota, and then taking that little drive to Regina, Saskatchewan, and that's where it started. And now I'm here in Edmonton, Alberta, and like I say, I know all the province in Canada now. I didn't know that when I first came up. I've embraced the community and the love and the diversity up here in Canada. And the number one thing that I truly can say in the U.S. is that's definitely home, and it's an amazing place. But the community and the love and the youth I've worked with and starting Adarius for autism and the brotherhood I've made up here, and it's helped me the man that I am today. And like I say, I think my journey through the CFL kind of prepped me for this new journey that I'm taking with Foster Park Brokers. I think the CFL really built me an amazing base and foundation to succeed in life. So I'm very grateful for that.
Hey man, I got a real question for you. I'm not calling you out here, but I'm hoping that it's gonna help other receivers kind of fight through. Early on in your career, you fought the ball a little bit. And then 12 years later, I mean, I don't know where you are on the all-time receivers list, but obviously you've always had the talent. You've always had that, but you went through. You were fighting the ball. So what did you do, or what can other folks do, just to be awesome like you are?
Oh man, appreciate those words. But I would definitely have to say that was a combination of. So I remember when I was a younger guy, and I always had coaches telling me how the game of football or just athletics in general, but specifically the game of football is 90% mental, 10% physical. And so I think I had the physical attributes like the whole time, but that mental part, I think that was a part of my growth. And so if I could pass anything to the younger players, don't beat yourself up mentally, And just like school, we all was student athletes one day. I think that continued to carry with you as a pro. You just got to learn how to prep yourself, study the game, figure out your weaknesses. But me as a person, and I agree with you, I did have my times of and that's exactly what I was doing, fighting the ball. But I honestly was fighting myself within, trying to go back and forth. I had a group of my agents here telling me I need to come back south. And then I had another group of people telling me, oh, you're too good to be in the CFL. But within myself, man, I was enjoying every day, every breath, every moment, every brother I played, every teammate I had, every person I was going against, every coach that coached me here, I was loving it. And so I think I went through a phase in my life where I was just battling it to accept that Canada will be my home one day.
That is a fantastic answer.
No, man,
that's amazing. Yeah,
everyone loves playing with you, man. It was short, but memorable for sure.
Man. On that note, you mentioned everybody loved playing with you. Who did you love playing with? Who were some of your favorite teammates? The 2 or 3 guys you just love playing football with.
That's very tough to do. I'm gonna try to take it in seasons. So definitely my #1 season there in Regina was definitely memorable. I feel like I'll never forget it because it was the start. And then I really enjoyed my stop in Winnipeg after that. I remember veterans like Derek Armstrong, Terrence Edwards, Rumby Bryant. And in that stop in Winnipeg, I picked up one of my best buddies, and I think he'll be my friend for life. Well, 2 great guys, Brock Ralph and Odell Willis, who's still kind of going right now, was a guy that I think I know him for the rest of my life. I can truly call him a brother now. Didn't really like him when I first met him. You all know Odell, the personality he portrayed, but we had our ups and downs. We had our talks, but look at it today. Like I say, that's a brother for life. And then that Grey Cup year in Edmonton in 2015, not just that Grey Cup year. Once I made my stop in Edmonton, I would just sum that up as the third moment. And all the guys I played with there, my Calvin McCarty's, my Fred Stamps, my Ricky Rays, the list goes on forever. After you play so long, you become everybody's teammate, in the CFL. But this place, Edmonton, not to knock any other city in the CFL, but I've really embraced the community here and the network and the youth here I've been able to work with, and it's definitely became home to me.
Hey, well, last one, AD, is about that. When you were here in 08, everybody's saying AD. I'm like, it's AB. Antonio Brown is AB. And Abu said you showed up with a monogram bag that said AD. Who started calling you that? And why wouldn't you go by AB? What's the story there?
AD kind of came in with me in university. Adarius, my mom named me a beautiful name. I like it. But my earlier years when I was trying to be cool, I really didn't like guys calling me Adarius. So I just shortened it and told them to call me AB, and then it turned into all day in college, and everybody just ran with it. But it originally just started as, as brothers, you can just call me AD, and I just left it right there.
Well, it works. AD, it is a Hall of Fame career, there's no doubt. And for your sake, if that's what you want to do, I hope you're back out there. If not, we wish you all the success and say, don't be a stranger.
Would not be. You guys, thanks for always supporting me. And like I say, if y'all ever need any protection or coverage, I'm your guy you need to call, man, down here at Foster Park Brokers in Edmonton. And look us up on LinkedIn, social media. I'm really enjoying what I'm doing. I feel like this task right here was actually, I think it completed that whole CFL platform I was telling you about. Definitely has the the same attributes of being is a teamwork, a workers environment. So I was definitely able to. I think it made it an easy transition. This is amazing culture over here. You know, do the right thing the right way with integrity and excellence. I think that was the same thing that I kind of roll with as a professional athlete. And so my team I got over here now continue to support us, and I appreciate everything.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Thanks,
Teamwork
AD.
makes the dream work. Thank you, guys, man.
You're watching Rod Pedersen on demand. For more of The Rod Pedersen Show, visit rodpedersen.com or follow Rod Pedersen on social media.